Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in today. If you enjoy our content, please click that subscribe button and turn on your ring notifications. Also follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Our episodes come out every Monday at 8 p.m. and your support will go a long way. Before we head over to the podcast, we'd like to thank our sponsors. Are you looking to buy or sell your home or just curious about how much it's worth? Visit AlessandroDivinoHomes.com today. Working with Alessandro of Compass will give you the edge in navigating the real estate market. And by ASF Sports and Outdoors. ASF is your community hub for all your sporting goods. ASF Sports and Outdoors, expert advice every day. And now, let's head over to the podcast. Hi everyone, welcome to PrepZone Podcast. I'm delighted to have here with me today Andrew Rossman of the Staples varsity football team. How you doing, Andrew?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks so much for being here. Andrew is a linebacker for the varsity team, and he's also the signal caller for the defense, right? And Andrew, I'm going to start right off that. I think everyone knows that the quarterback gets the plays in for the coaches. Now, the defense does as well.
Yeah. We have a coach on the sideline who gives us hand signals. And it tells us what coverages or what blitzes we're going to do.
Right. Is that big flag that stands out there? What's that big Now, I've heard a few people ask me, what's that big flag for? Explain where's that big banner on the flag on the side of this.
Well, I really use it to just figure out where the signal caller is.
Really, okay.
Because we're all wearing blue and white. So it gets lost sometimes when you just got up from a hit.
Understood. So I don't think the flag means a play. It's just more like, look here type of scenario. Yeah, that's great. All right, and you guys are off to a great start this year, right? Now, you're the third football player we have on the show, and it was interesting because I started with Coach, and I kept saying, is there a game you're looking for? He kept saying West Haven, right? And then I had Caleb right after the game, and Caleb's like, everybody calm down, we'll be good, because, nobody expected you guys to lose that game to West Haven, right? What happened there? Talk to me a little bit about that first game.
We just missed out the little things, right? We thought we were great. We thought we were going to, be all so awesome and so awesome. We thought it was going to be easy. It wasn't going to be easy. No,
never easy.
Never easy. No, it's these little things that are going to get you every time, and it goes throughout like everything. So like even the locker room, like we really harp on keeping a clean locker room. Finishing the last rep. Making sure everything's nice and everything's how it's supposed to be, because it's the little things that's how you're going to lose those big games.
Right, but you guys bounced back in a big way. You're on a 3-game winning streak. And the last game, the last couple games, I think Southington was a big win.
Southington was a big win, yeah.
Right,
taking down number 2 was big.
That was a big win because I remember being there, and like in the beginning, their crowd was into it, and they opened up a lead, and you guys just start chipping away, and the next thing you know, you blow them out.
Yeah. And
the same thing, West Hill, I think you guys dominated from beginning to end. I mean, you get a lot of time. I mean, you're averaging about 8 tackles a game right now. I was looking that up. That's a great average, right? So talk to us a little bit about how the defense is going this year, and what do you expect the season to go along for?
Well, I think our defense is looking pretty good this year. We got a lot of returning guys, right? I think our front seven's really strong this year, when we've been maybe lacking a little bit last year. Mm-hmm. We have some freak D linemen.
You got a big lineman over there, right?
Yeah, we got a pretty good D line this year. Just kids who just want to just hurt, just kids who want it. Same goes for the DBs, right? Like kid coming over the middle, like you could be sure that one of the DBs is looking to beat at him.
Put a hurt on him, right? I mean, I had an opportunity to play some too in high school, and I think like, playing offense is cool, but playing defense is really, really cool, right? I mean, I feel like it's like you're out there just really making plays and doing that, and that's very interesting too. You also play rugby, right? So you play 2 sports?
Yeah, 2 sports, and then a little hockey and a little wrestling, but I've quit those.
You quit those, so like, it's just so much you can do in a season, right? In a year, right? And all with academics and everything that goes on. And talk about, I want to not stay away from football because I know we're going to get to rugby in a little bit, but academically, how do you handle the practice? I mean, because I know football guys practice every day, on the field every day, and there's so much film watching, so much preparation to each game. How do you balance that your football responsibilities with your academic responsibilities?
Well, when I was doing my schedule this year and last year, right, I made sure I had these free periods in my day. It gives me a chance to, do my homework before I get home, because like tonight I'm gonna get home at like 8:30, something like that.
Yeah.
Not gonna give me much time to really do anything, so I got to use those free chunks I have throughout the day, wisely, and not just talk to my friends.
Right. Time's precious, right? I mean, every time you have, you gotta really do that. And so one thing that you and I were talking before, 2 years ago you had the chance to win a state championship with a rugby team, right? How do you think doing that prepares you for the big games you guys are going to have this year with the football team?
Well, I think it puts you in those high pressure situations, right? So you're familiar with it. It's a hard thing to replicate in practice. Those really tense, like those playmaking, game-making plays, right?
Yeah.
It's really hard to replicate that. So I think having another sport that puts you in those situations, I think it really helps.
Yeah, and I think that, and I want to ask you something that I think, happens sometimes. Like, when did the game slow down for you?
The game slow down?
Yeah, because I always feel like, when you play the game enough, at some point you start seeing things more clearly, right? Was it last year, was your sophomore year, junior year, or has it been now your senior year? When you think you're like your mind clear a little bit for the sport?
I think the beginning of last year, my mind started to clear things, easy to understand stuff because, sophomore year, right, going against these, like, I'm 170 pounds, going against these, like, 250 linemen, just getting my head bashed in.
Right.
So you get a little, like, frantic, but, put a little size on, get a little more experience. The game gets easier, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, in the linebacker position, I feel like it's such a hybrid, especially now it's a hybrid position, right? Because you're required to make tackles at the same time you go out in coverage too as well. Do you do a lot of that, or are you mainly responsibilities with runs, or do you guys have packages where you're dropping back and covering?
There are some packages where we drop back and cover. We gotta our whole defense is just stop the run. So run's a big priority for us.
Yeah, because if they can run on you, I mean, isn't it right? I mean, they control the game. It's really tough because as a defense, you got to get the ball back to the offense. Otherwise, or unless you're intercepted, which you guys have been doing quite a bit. Sam's been doing a good job with that.
He owes us a couple too.
Right. Yeah. So he's doing that. Now, Coach Behrens came in here, and I think he changed a little bit of the culture, right, of you guys.
Definitely. Yeah.
Can you talk about when he came in? How did that change, and what are the little things you saw that he implemented that's leading to success from last year and success you guys are having this year?
Well, I didn't see his first season when they went 2-8, and then the COVID year, I was on the freshman team, which is kind of separate from the main varsity team. But from what I've seen these past 3 years, I guess he really just harps on all the little stuff, right? Like just being aware, right? Just making sure, like, if you see your teammate having a bad day, not like there's certain ways to talk to certain people to get them to all work towards a common goal. And I think it's really important how you do that. And I think he's a really big influence on how we do that. And Coach Maddie too. Coach Maddie, he's really big on that. He he reads a lot of these like mindset books and stuff like that. So he really knows what he's talking about. So when he says something, you write that down.
Yeah, because your mind is, not completely going to football, but I feel like it's amazing. Like I read somewhere, and it sticks with me. It's like, whether you think you can, whether you think you can't, you're right. Right? I mean, your mindset's everything going to the games.
100%.
So you guys work a lot on that. That's interesting.
Yeah. Mindset's a big thing on our team, and we try and stay, even, not too high, not too low.
Yeah, it's one thing I think that Coach Barron said here, like he mentioned you and Caleb, right? So you guys are signal callers, guys who kind of commanding both things out there. And he feels it's always good because no matter what happens, you guys can stay that even keel.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's almost like sometimes the house is burning down, but the dad's got to be calm, right? He's got to gear the family towards what's going on. And I think that's a big part of it, right?
Yeah.
So now as we shift a little bit, I want to talk a little bit about off the field with you. Your senior year, right, your last year. What are you looking to do next year? Any plans, anything big, or looking at colleges? You're going to play any sports? What are you looking to do?
Academically, I'm looking to just, explore new topics. I want to find something I really love. So just applying to schools undecided right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would love to play sports. So I'm pursuing that angle. There's not much else though.
So if you're talking about like sports, is there like something outside sports that you're really into that you like?
Not particularly.
No.
I played this sport every single. I just got out of practice.
So it's like this is what you do, right? Sport is where you're like, yeah. So no hobbies yet, nothing like that. This takes away all your thing. Anything you enjoy?
Too big like that, no.
Nothing big. Well, okay. And then what is the outlook for the season now? And I guess my question with that is like this: you guys are 3-1. I mean, as we're recording this, you're ranked number 7 in the state, which I think that will go up because I think you guys are going to continue to win. By the time this episode airs, you might be like 6-1, 7-1, what have you. But at that point, what would you consider the season to be a real success? Is it the state championship? Is it the playoffs? Or is it something outside those results that make a season for you and for the team a success?
I mean, our goal is really just go 1-0 every day. Whether it's practice, whether it's a game, just win that day. And if you stack up enough of those winning days, you're going to get to your end goals. So
that's a great mentality. That's really cool to have. Andrew, thank you so much. Before we end, I want to go with some quick hits here, get the audience to know a little bit about you, okay? So I'm going to give you a question, and you kind of give me the first thing that pops into your head, all right? All right, what's your favorite Drake song?
Oh, I'll go One Dance. How about that?
TikTok or Instagram?
I'll go Instagram.
The last series you binge watched?
I'll probably go The Office.
Burger or pizza?
Gotta go burger.
Math or English?
Math.
Fiction or nonfiction?
I like good fiction.
Cake or ice cream?
I'll go ice cream.
Beach or sightseeing?
Beach.
The coolest thing in your room?
I have a banana light. It's like a neon banana light. It's cool. It lights up. It's a good feature.
Very cool. One thing you can't live without?
I'm gonna say my team. If I didn't have them, it'd be tough. Yeah.
If you could have lunch with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
That's a good question.
Yeah, we want to get you to think a little bit.
I don't know. Can I pass? Come back to it?
Yeah, we can go back to for sure. This is even a tougher one. If you could, which day in your life would you like to go back and relive it?
Oh, come on, man.
These are like deep thoughts questions, the mindset. I mean, you've won a state championship rugby. I'm sure you have some great things that happen in your family. I mean, when you think about all of that, what's the day? It's like, man, I remember this day comes to mind.
It would have to be one of the days, like not winning a championship or winning a big game. It'd have to be one of the days that are just go to the locker room, hang out with your friends, go to practice, have a good day of practice, come home, there's a nice dinner set, go to sleep, no homework. It'd have to be one of those days. Those are good days.
Yeah, it feels like you like a day where kind of everything is just how it's supposed to be.
Nothing special.
Nothing special. Yeah, and that's like there's a lot of in simplicity, right? Into just like being able to just put your head on your pillow and say, man, this was a good day, right? Because those are hard to come by. Those are hard to come by, right? Well, Andrew, I can't thank you enough for being here. It was a pleasure having you. I want to wish you the best of luck the rest of the season. And hope to have you back here when we celebrate the state championship.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.